Alrighty guys, this is going to be video number 3 on the mods for the Kramer Baretta Special. So I got this thing back together and it still had string noise. So it's got some fret level issues. So I'm going to do a technique, what I call the poor man's fret level. And what you do is you actually take a level, and it's got to have a square true edge, and you wrap sandpaper around that, and you go over and level that. And you want to start with like 1,000 or 1,500, which today I've got 1,500. You'll go across and you'll see shiny and dark spots. Your dark spots are your low spots. So you just want to keep going level across until those are all shiny across, which the noise I had, I believe, is going to be on these upper frets. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. You see those dark spots? Those are low spots. So we're going to level it down with the 1,500, and then I'll bring you back. One of the keys when you do a fret level is your tape job. You want to make sure you go up the sides, go in between your frets. That way you're not tearing up your fretboard. And when you go across these, you want to work back and forth with those. You just want to get rid of any dark spots that you got on here. That's when you're getting rid of it. You don't want to take off a bunch of material. You just want to barely level it until those spots are gone. Some of these Asian guitars like this, they'll have a fret that's not totally seated, and you have to hold your hand under the neck and put a block of wood on here and actually smack it down, and then you can fret level. So after you work down with the 1,500, we'll move to 2,000. And you can always spend a little bit more time on it. Then I usually use a 3,000, just something to get it. This is the last that you'll touch it. And this is just basically polishing it up. Real shiny and smooth. That way your strings go across it real good when you bend. Now I don't have a polisher right now, but generally the next step you would hit this with a polisher and some compound. And this is basically what you'd see on like a custom guitar. It would be run like this with a high grit and then polished out. That's how a lot of those fancy guitars get butter smooth feel on those. Alrighty, I'll finish this top side up and I'll bring you back. Alright, so now we're going to try to work the sides here. A lot of these Asian guitars, where your frets roll over here, well, there we go, where your frets roll over, they're really not consistent with their tooling, and they'll have some tool marks. So you're going to want to work with your block on it to smooth that out. I usually just use like a 2,000 or 3,000 on that. You don't really want to take a lot of material. You just want to smooth it. That way it feels a little smoother on the hands. So I'll work on that and I'll bring you back here. Alrighty, so after you pull this off and you go to reassemble it and restring this, a good trick on these cheap guitars, I like to use a carpenter's pencil. And I'll take that pencil and I'll go in the nut right here in these slots. And I'll get a bunch of this lead in there. It helps lubricate that string. That way when you use your tremolo, it doesn't bind up and the strings return back. You can do it on your bridge also. And sometimes with string noises on some of these guitars, I'll find something Velcro, like a little band or something like this, and I'll run around your strings up here, and that'll stop some of that string ring out. And I'll get this thing back together and try to get y'all a playthrough video here in a couple days. Thank you.